Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing advice on the spiritual journey or lesson that you're going through and how to instantly navigate fully through this hardship. And to do this reading we are going to be picking or from the hardship is what I want to say. Are these three? Cool. We're gonna be picking between three piles. They're actually four, so I'm gonna do that. And let's see, what cards do we have for today's reading? So for pile number one, we have the Emperor. For pile number two, we have the World card. Hold on. My apologies, these are the new YouTube rules. They're very strict, so we have to abide by them. And so we have the Emperor card, we have the World cards, and we have, whoa, we have the Sun card again. There we go. It is what it is. These are the rules. So you have the Sun card. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number one, we have the Labradorite, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number two, we have the Bloodstone, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number three, we have the Flourite, and this is what your crystal looks like. So take a look at which one of these three piles or three crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. And as I always say, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, or perhaps you feel drawn to all of the piles, always trust your intuition. Whether it's one, several, or all, it is your magic that leads you to the right readings. Sometimes you hear things, messages from the universe or from your spirit guides. Sometimes you see something in a card and it speaks directly to you, changes your whole life. So allow your intuition to come through to see what it's leading you to watch. You'll always know your way, and as usual you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. It is so lovely to have you here. I love including you in the preparation process. I believe it's so important to have your energies around, so thank you for tuning in and being part of it. Let me introduce your cards to you before we begin. On the left are the Oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading today. All right, so now let's start shuffling with intention. And we want to know, what is your advice on the spiritual lesson that you're going through and how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship. So to do this reading, we're going to be taking one card from each Oracle deck and two from each tarot deck, as we usually do. So 1, 2, I feel this one, and 3. Okay, let's pick up the next deck. And again, shuffle with intention. What is your advice on the spiritual lesson that you're going through and how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship. There we go. I feel like this one is irritating me a bit. I'm gonna remove this and come back. All right, so now let's pick up our next oracle deck and shuffle with intention. What is your advice on the spiritual lesson that you're going through, and how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship? Okay. Oh, one more. What is your advice on the spiritual lesson you're going through, and how to instantly navigate from the hardship? All right, so now let's pick up your tarot cards. All right, so what is your advice on the spiritual lesson that you're going through? I see. And how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship. Whoa, are these two? Three, I'll just keep them the way they are. Okay. Right. You know, I feel in my heart that this one doesn't fit in. It's even sticking out, so I'm just gonna take it and leave it as two. It's a feeling I can't explain. I just feel it's wrong for that card to be there. That's how I feel. I usually leave extra cards just to explain I felt something was off. Okay. So, what is your advice on the spiritual lesson that you're going through, and how can you instantly navigate fully from the hardship? Wonderful. Okay, let's pick up the next deck. Oh, thanks. So 1, 2, and 3. What is your advice on the spiritual lesson you're going through, and how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship? Thanks. All right. Let's now pick up your last deck. Whoa, okay, so obviously this is in. What is your spiritual lesson that you're going through? I felt these two. That you're going through. And how can you instantly, these two, navigate from the hardship? All right, actually, I'll keep this deck for any further clarifications. And now the 3 piles are ready. Let's put them neatly together to start your reading. Pick up the first pile. There we go. So the first pile is ready with the Labradorite. There we go. Pile number 2. Is also ready. There we go. With the Bloodstone. There we go. And pile number 3. Different card sizes today. And pile number 3 is also ready. With the Flourite. So our 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. It was so lovely spending this time with you guys as we prepared for your reading. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you for spending this time with me. I value it. And let's get right into your reading. Oh, just forgot to tell you. Love you guys. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Labradorite as well as the Emperor. And if you take a look at your card, this is the light part of this this card, the Emperor card, and this is the shadow part of the Emperor card. All right, let's keep it right there with your crystal. And let's explore the rest of your cards to find out exactly what your advice is. All right, on how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship. Okay. So, my dear pile number 1, you have the 8th moon mansion with night. It's ruled by the moon and Pluto in Cancer. Okay. You have omens, right? A lot of blues and blacks in your reading here. Okay, you have Kindle Love, so beautiful. Yeah, there's a lot of love here. Doesn't mean romantic love, but we'll see what it's trying to say. We do see a hawk here. All right. So you have hunger. Okay. And it's kind of picking up from the yellow here as well. All right, let's now take a look at the rest of your tarot cards. These are falling. Let's take them first. I feel like they were calling to be brought out first. So you have the 6 of Pentacles. Interesting. You have the 4 of Cups. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. That's amazing. You have the 7 of Pentacles. Again, a beautiful card. You have the 4 of Cups. You have the 2 of Pentacles. The Fool card. That's amazing. It's interesting how the Fool card is in conjunction with the 10 of Cups. Also, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Amazing. Let's take now a closer look at your reading. I feel there's so much going on. It's full of richness. And this is telling you how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship. To be honest with you, I kind of feel that your reading is talking about your hunger to make a certain dream come true. If I were to look at your cards, I kind of feel it has to do with business or making some sort of financial or business come true. Your work, maybe working in the field that you love. I see here in your reading that you are either way in a good position. With the Emperor in the shadow side, at least people see you here being in a good position, They feel like you are surrounded by blessings. They feel like you're very lucky to have what you have. But you're not happy, it seems to me. You don't see it like that. You see that you're missing so much from what you want, that you're getting a little bit of what you can get in terms either of your finances or your dreams in general. And we see your reading here talking about transforming you into being in the position or the place that you want. So you could be going through hardships at the moment because they're meant to push you in your direction in the journey that you want in specific. It's meant to push you out to take a certain risk, to do what you are meant to do, and to achieve the results, the actual results that you want and the ones that you're meant to receive. See, you picking the Labradorite, I feel like you're meant to be on a magical journey, not on a regular one. One that you will truly love, because I feel like your soul is missing soul. Your heart is missing soul. You're not satisfied with the Four of Cups here, with what you're doing. It's like perhaps boring, repetitive work or soulless work. It's not speaking to your soul. Not with the tasks or what you're presenting, and not with the finances either. And so here, this conjunction is actually pretty important. First of all, with Pluto and the moon in Cancer. Pluto is big transformative energy, protective energy. Also, the moon is nurturing. So you're being absolutely guided and protected by a higher power at the moment. And this kind of, the whole reading reminds me of Kali energy. Perhaps it's rough transformation, but it is a magical one, meant to put you on the right track. You have here with the omens, the hawk, and hawks are messengers. They bring in messages from the known and the unknown. So this is telling me that to pay attention strongly to the messages that you're getting these days. What kind of messages are you hearing, pile number one? Are you hearing messages of you doing something grand? Are you hearing messages of great wealth? Are you hearing messages of jump-starting something, taking it slow and building something? Because that's what's very clear to me here. And unless you embark on that journey, my dear pile number one, you're going to maybe feel the same way that you are currently in. And this is to push you towards your heart, what your heart is calling for, what it's leading you to do, to listen to it. Because here I see some doubt with the Two of Pentacles. Maybe part of you wants that stable job or the same rhythm that you're going through every day, because although it may not be giving you everything, it's kind of providing you some care. But the other part of you is disappointed, does not like what you're getting or what you're doing. And the heart is calling for something way bigger. Way bigger. You've been seeing signs here. Yeah, you've been seeing signs. And it wants you to embark on a risky journey. You're worried with the Knight of Pentacles that it may take time, especially that this Knight of Pentacles is in conjunction with the Seven of Pentacles. So we see a lot of slowness. You're worried about how slow it's going to take to build this. So how can you instantly navigate fully from this hardship? The answer is right in the middle of your reading. You're actually being advised to find your balance between doing the two in the beginning of this journey until it picks up. And it will pick up, pile number 1. The omens or the signs and the messages you have been seeing are all real, coming from a higher power, protecting you and wanting you with the sword to take action. Swords are masculine energy of going forward with force, doing what you need to do to get things done, being courageous, going after your dreams, you know? It's all moving forward. And although it may take a little time in the beginning, you're creating momentum. So during the time where you're creating this momentum, building the foundation, you know, making it grow, this is the time where you'll be handling both lives at the same time. And you will see, my dear pile number 1, that as soon as you begin this journey, you'll find that although it does take time to grow, but with the yellow, your heart will be full with energy, creating the necessary momentum to make this happen for you, to make this dream happen for you. Every milestone is going to be a trophy on your wall. Every milestone will be a trophy to your heart. Every single one of them. And you'll start feeling like you're healing, like you're finding passion, which is the most important thing. You'll start receiving, because the Six of Pentacles is what you put in, you get out. You'll start receiving the benefits straight away from this second journey, albeit step by step. So with every step, you get the benefits of the step. You get the profits maybe of the step. You get the freedoms of the step. And before you know it, you'll find yourself collecting one trophy after the other, commemorating every single milestone that you take. And before you know it, you'll drop that which has disappointed you one day in favor of what is working in a grand way. Now we see the Emperor in color. We see that the Emperor is now in a good position. There is vibration, there is strength, there is solidity in what the Emperor has created. And you will finally see that the nagging signs that you have been receiving were always there to push you to take a risk that you were meant to take, because it's helping you find your balance, especially your spiritual balance. And you're being advised to make this move instantaneously, my dear pile number 1. You'll find very soon that you've joined on a magical journey. One that you cannot believe what it's going to result to. What I can see in your cards is tens, like we say, is the excess of an energy. So this is the excess of blessings. You're getting so much where no dream is too big for you. With all of the benefits that you're getting from this other journey, you're making all of your dreams come true, my dear pile number 1. This is speaking to your heart, every bit of your heart. Why don't you deserve to live that very dream that you're right there wanting to achieve? Don't you deserve it, pile number 1? Well, your spirit guides, higher power, higher cosmic power believes that you do. In fact, it's waiting for you to claim it, my dear pile number 1. if you are worried that this risk is going to cause some troubles for you, or maybe you'll regret this risk, or that you're not going to be safe, always remember here, you are absolutely guarded and protected. Do you see that? Pluto energy, like I said, is great protection, great transformation. You have the moon with the nurturing, the moon in Cancer with a lot of nurture. You're loved, guarded, and protected to go through this transformation, which is the Pluto energy. You're supposed to do that. Don't worry, take the risk, my dear pile number 1, and you're not going to regret it. Take it, and take it step by step. Before you know it, you'll see. Although it may take time in the 3D, but you will feel that it flew by really quickly. And with momentum, it takes a bit of time in the beginning, and then you'll see that towards maybe, I don't know, 3 months, 6 months, or I'm just saying whatever numbers are hitting my mind, you'll see that it's going to go very, very quickly, almost with little effort, just like what we see with momentum. Yeah, it will require little effort to push it forward. Yeah, and before you know it, this journey will be completed. You'll be able to embark on this new journey that you're trying to create, that will be absolutely fulfilling to you, pile number 1. By the way, I just noticed something here. We see the moon, we see the sun. So this is the lunar eclipse. It's the beaver full moon. And we have a beaver here. So this is definitely saying, if you're watching this reading is timeless, of course. But if you're watching this right now, when it's posted, this means that look out for some grand change that is happening actually for you these days in terms of your work. Let me check this out for you. Maybe you're advised to begin, or that it's going to prompt you to begin. Let's see. What is the beaver full moon here talking about? Please. Clarification, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, didn't expect all that. Okay. What is the beaver full moon here talking about, please? Whoa, 8 of Swords. Right. 3 of Pentacles. Wow. 7 of Swords. 5 of Wands. Wow, 9 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so although at the moment you could feel like, oh, this is scary, 8 of Swords is all about thoughts. And maybe you can't see something now that's hopeful. You feel a bit stuck with your situation, but something is happening during the total lunar eclipse that's going to make you see through all of this. Something is expanding exponentially for you at work with the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're expecting one thing and it's tripling and it's growing really quickly, actually. Maybe this is inviting you to see through the message you're hearing now. Although with being blindfolded, you're really seeing something clearly spiritually. These could be the clear messages that you've been getting. And so you're perhaps being invited actually to jump on this during the energy of the total lunar eclipse, because it's really going to help you triple or quadruple what the results that are happening, right? Yes, you'll see major results and things moving quicker for you if you begin during that time. And I see here that although on the outside it looks like tricky energy, there is a door right amidst all of this confusion, all of these worries and all of these fears, taking you as a path out of this world and into a safer world. So it's really about, with all of these mirrors, this is the same person in the Five of Wands going through your internal struggles and worries and fears. If you manage to lower down their tone, their loud tone during the total lunar eclipse, and listen to the messages you're getting, you're gonna take a path that is going to, at this specific time, make things go exponentially quicker for you. You see, with all these spirals, things are going very, very quickly, as opposed to what they would regularly take. So you're being actually advised astrologically to begin at that time. It's, oh my God, it's the 8th of November. Wow. Isn't this amazing? Yes, you're actually absolutely advised to begin on that day. Set an intention on beginning on that day and do at least one small thing to commemorate the beginning of that other side that you want to embark on, the other journey that you want to embark on, that speaks to your heart, that will take you out of being stuck, out of feeling unfulfilled. Yeah. And it will really, it's like, see with the mirror, you know how Alice walks through the glass, the walking glass. It's gonna seem like it's gonna take you very quickly to the other side. Yeah, so please do take that advice, as we can see in your cards. It's like a cheat sheet, a literal cheat sheet from the universe. You start on that day and you come to the other side way quicker, almost magical. Yeah, can you believe that, pile number 1? So make sure you commemorate it either by beginning it, starting a ritual of setting your intentions that you're beginning on that day. Begin on that day one way or the other. Send a message, create a website, whatever it is that your heart is calling for you to do. Make sure you begin on that day, and you'll find that it's going to take you out like it's some sort of cheat door, quicker than the usual speed. And that's why we see the 9 of Pentacles as opposed to the 7 of Pentacles. We see speed here, and we see step by step. This is a day where you are invited to calm down your thoughts and emotions and to just listen to the signs. Listen to your message, begin it on that day. Work hard, and you'll find that it's taking you much quicker than the 7 of Pentacles, which we saw referenced in your reading earlier, my dear pile number 1. Wow, what a magical reading indeed. And my dear pile number 1, I wish you all the best of luck with that. I hope you heed the call, and I hope you begin right away. It's going to be a very exciting and fulfilling journey. You'll see. I truly see this as your message. So this was your reading, my dear pile number 1. And isn't it really interesting? I just got my mind boggled now. We channeled the name for this reading as how to instantly navigate fully through the hardship. And there you go. There's your cheat code. Pile number 1. What a mind-blowing reading. I wish you all the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 1. I hope you heed the call. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Oh, by the way, I also want to tell you that if you need a book that could really help you out with being productive instantly, all while getting great results and enjoying the process, I do sell a productivity book, ebook. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away. all while enjoying the process. I feel like this book could really help you out, my dear pile number one, to balance things out and to enjoy working on your other project that speaks to your heart, to do it simply but efficiently. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number one, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're interested in zodiac tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And pile number one, sending you so much love. Love you. I wish you the best of luck. And I'll catch you in the next reading. And by the way, wow, with this cheat sheet. Thank you to your spirit guides for telling us about this cheat sheet. So cool. I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Bloodstone as well as the World card. And we can see, well, a little bit. On this side, we see the shadow side of the World card. And on this side, we see the light side of the World card. Okay, let's keep it right there with your beautiful Bloodstone for today's reading. And let's check out the rest of your cards. So, pile number two, you have the Balsamic Waning Fire Moon with Compromise. I also see seeds here. Okay. You have Discernment. Oh, can you see that? My apologies. There we go. Yeah. You have Study to Know Yourself. All right. It's like you're being called to perhaps be discerning about some truth that once you tell yourself, you're going to feel relieved. Okay. You have Ghost. With Ghost, something is in the room that is not discussed. It's in the room, not seen, but felt and not discussed. Okay. Right, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Emotions, the Ace of Cups. Someone's coming out finally, keeping themselves afloat and breathing. It's like you kept your breathing underwater locked for a while, and you're finally saying or doing something or being honest with yourself or admitting something like that, that's finally making you breathe. Okay, or this is what you're maybe advised to do. We'll see. You have the Two of Cups. This one first, okay. You have the Eight of Cups. Oops. Right. You have the Strength card. Okay. You have, whoa, the Nine of Cups. So sweet. All right. The Page of Cups. How interesting. Okay. And the Five of Cups. Feeling disappointment or shame or, yeah, crying over something that didn't work. And now feeling that it's too far out of reach. That dark clouds are now covering you. Something is going on. All of a sudden, your world may have gone dark. Although here with the World card, I do see that it was previously beautiful. So much fun. There's certainly a lot of pain here. A huge disappointment and pain over something that didn't go right. There were a lot of high hopes that turned out to be very disappointing, tiresome. Oh my God, you know what? With these two cards, the ghost and, you know, these hairs with these little sharp hooks here, I'm being reminded of Haryonago, the Japanese spirit for mischief. And, you know, Haryonago is a ghoul with a deceptively lovely face. She's a demon, right? An immortal, yes, she is an immortal spirit. That's right. And so she has long hair with hooks at the end. Seeing hair here, long hair as well. Long, beautiful hair with hooks that are razor sharp hooks. And so she smiles and teases the men and the boys that are passing by, and if they dare smile or laugh back, she attacks them with her hair. So we're seeing a deceptive kind of energy that started out by being so beautiful but turned very sour very quickly. And we see that from the beginning. We noticed that your world was bright and beautiful, and it turned quite dark, right? Now the thing here is, I see that you're not only being compromised in a certain situation, but you were kind of fooled here. You smiled back, or you believed the situation. So perhaps with the hands here, someone tried to lure you into something. You were very hopeful about it. You thought it was amazing. And once you got hooked, you realized it was a lie. You know, after a long house party, we see a housewife here being very tired because now this person has to take care of all, it seems, the dishes that were left out. We see this person being concerned with all of the things that they have to do after a beautiful party, you know? Something that was marvelous turned into something strenuous and hard and disappointing and heart aching. I keep going back to this picture. Someone is crying their heart out, and something all of a sudden has become very hard to reach. And so in this whole situation, you have been compromised. Something that just begun, or its shelf life of the fun quickly finished. And you've been enduring a very difficult situation for a long time. Just like with the Ace of Cups, you were compromised and you had to endure it. You had to keep your breath under the water for a long time, and you really need to get out and breathe. My dear pile number 2. In fact, with the Strength card here, seeing a black sheep, I think you were mistreated unfairly. Pile number 2. And so, today's reading, we're taking a look at advice on the spiritual lesson, but most importantly, how to instantly navigate fully from the hardship. With study to know yourself and discernment, I'm really seeing an invitation to think deeply about something. Do you really want that which you cannot reach at the moment? Or if you were honest with yourself, if you were to think honestly for yourself without any attachment, are you better off without it? Will you really be happy in this situation, knowing that it's full of mischief, it's full of dishonesty and deception, that you'll always be working for something, you'll always be holding your breath, you'll always be mistreated? Or should you really walk out with the 8 of Cups and this figure in the King of Pentacles, grounding yourself and finding your power by walking out of the situation altogether? I'm really seeing a strong advice of filling your cup and not waiting for someone or others or something to fill it for you, because you keep wanting more and you keep depending and waiting for someone or something, or something to fill it for you. Especially that this thing is very deceptive. And although it's not easy, but if you were honest with yourself and walked away, you'll be able to take yourself out of this and breathe for the first time. You're going to go, and with the 2 of Cups, you'll really start feeling the emotional happiness that you have been lacking for perhaps a very long time. You'll take yourself out of the darkness into the light. So it's all about the power of deciding to walk out of something instead of waiting for, just like Haryonago, being fooled by an outcome of a lovely face, of a wonderful story, a wonderful lie that will never happen, actually. That's why it's out of reach. And to take yourself out of it, to actually find exactly what you want elsewhere. Exactly what you want elsewhere. Hence, putting the World card on its right side up. And I've noticed you're the only pile that has this the other way around. Although I never take reversals, but I noticed it and I left it. I thought it was for a reason. And so by walking out, you find your light. You end the cycle and you begin a new one. And remember, the World card is about ending a cycle and beginning a new one. So you're walking out and not just being left out in the cold. You're allowing yourself, as the middle of your reading promises, that you will find what best suits you. Do you see that? What best suits you outside of this situation. And for the time being, if you feel like you would lose too much, and at the moment engagement perhaps cannot be avoided, then you too use your cunning as much as possible to extricate yourself until you can. You know, for now you win by getting away, for sure. for sure pile number 2. And that needs a lot of strength. There's no question about it. But the advice here is how to instantly navigate from the hardship. And really that's the key here. Is to have the boldness of moving away or extricating yourself out of this situation. Yeah. If you are honest with yourself, you'll realize that after all said and done, it's actually not what you wanted or expected. The real situation, and not the one you thought it would be. And that in fact, outside of this situation, if you have the strength to step out of the frame, to step out of it, you will really find that happiness outside. Whoa, this moved. Whoa, okay. You're definitely being invited to start a new pile number 2. Yeah. End the cycle and begin a new one. Yeah, for sure. And just like the old advice of the 5 of Cups, to not cry over spilled tea and to start your healing journey, the sooner you realize that this is a lie, that this hasn't been treating you in the best light, and the sooner you start thinking of taking an action, the better you will feel, the stronger you will feel. You will start seeing the light. You will start balancing your aura and your chakras. You'll start feeling strong again. You'll start feeling like your world is reviving. It's like putting water to plants that haven't gotten their water for a long time. You start seeing the plants finally blooming, and you will feel very empowered walking out of this situation. And you will see pile number 2. See, this is how to instantly and fully end the hardship, right? It's not like you're gonna get out to the other side, walk out and find nothing. No, actually something is waiting that matches you on the other side. And it's really all about, you see all these archways, it's really all about taking yourself from this imprisonment, having the audacity to walk out, and on the other side you find your dream, my dear pile number 2. It's on the other side. Don't hold your breath any longer. You have the right to breathe just like everyone does. You don't have to live disappointed and tiptoeing and trying to make something work. This always has to be balanced, whether this is work, a relationship, a certain situation, whatever this is. It's definitely not an honest one. Pile number 2. And by the way, to heal, if you're wondering why perhaps someone did what they've done, why they've caused all this pain, you know, Harionago, she has no purpose or reason for the actions that she takes, other than her mere pleasure in confusion and pain. So I feel like this is reflected into your reading. If you're really wondering why, you know, because that's the kind of energy we get with spilled milk, crying over the past, wondering what happened, reliving it. If you're wondering why to heal, really, there's no real reason other than this person was maybe satisfied doing, has pleasure in confusion and pain. Perhaps there is a unhealed shadow here. But overall, your reading is inviting you to be discerning, to really speak to yourself. Is this ultimately what you want? Or is this situation feels like it's a dream because maybe it's far out of reach. And if you have it, after a while you realize that it's really not the world you want. It's not what you dream of. There's something that matches your soul, something that matches what you want, whether a relationship or work or, like I said, anything outside of this. And to walk away from it, at least now, if you really can't mentally walk away from this whole situation, and know that this is not where you want to be, my dear pile number one. And as soon as you reach that conclusion, the sooner you walk out, whether emotionally or physically, you'll find that you'll instantly end this hardship, and you would have learned exactly what the spiritual lesson was guiding you to do, my dear pile number two. And this is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number two. I wish you all the best of luck from my heart. I am sending you love, strength, and power to do what is right for you, my dear pile number two. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number two. This book could really help you out in your journey of, following what your heart wants, starting something that you love, and finishing it right through till the end. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love and listening to your books. And my dear pile number two, I'm sending you so much love, care, and power. And I know you're going to be great very soon. I know. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number three. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Flourite as well as the Sun card. And as you can see, this card is split into two. First half is the light aspect of the Sun card, and then here we see the shadow aspect of the Sun card. All right, let's keep it right there with your Flourite and take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have, forgive me for covering up there. The rules of YouTube are really getting tougher these days, and we have to abide by it. All right, so you have the gibbous waxing earth moon with ambition. Okay. You have the ancient wisdom. How interesting. Okay. You have dance. Really cool. All right. And you have reflection. How interesting. Okay, because we kind of have a reflection here too. Okay. Right, and also I noticed the upright triangle and reverse triangle, kind of showing us masculine and feminine energy. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Emperor, very strong Emperor. You have the Wheel of Fortune. And again, this figure is wearing some dance clothing. Although in heels, it looks like there's a dance going on here. All right. You have the World card. the Page of Swords, right? Okay, you also have the Queen of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. The High Priestess. She has the key to this world and the other world. And you have the King of Wands ending your reading. All right. And it's ending your reading in great sunlight, which is what we see here. Okay, so what's going on here exactly? What is your advice on the spiritual lesson that you're going through, and how, most importantly, can you instantly navigate fully through this hardship? Actually, even the Emperor here is kind of giving me this gesture of dancing, you know? This person is meditating, but I kind of feel like there is a cosmic dance going on in this reading. Right off the bat, pile number 3, I see that your reading is highlighting the fact, with the reflection here, as within, as without. Whatever you are experiencing in your internal world, you will be seeing on the outside. And so, the key is in your hands, as we see with the High Priestess. What you believe within will appear without in your outside world. What you believe within will appear in your outside world. And that's what we see with the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Pentacles. If you feel like things aren't going to work, if you feel lack with the Five of Pentacles, if you feel like things aren't going to work, that one thing is going to be spoiled after the other, then it is what you may see on your outside world. In fact, we have the Sun card here with things dying. The Sun is sad. Yeah, things are dying. On this side, we see positivity, hope, you know, rejuvenation. And so, on the other hand, if you feel like things are gonna work out great and that you're gonna be very fortunate, this is exactly also what you're gonna be seeing in your outside world. In fact, this Page of Swords kind of reminds me of journaling. Whatever you journal, whatever you believe in, whatever you repeat from the heart, whatever you believe is going to happen, my dear pile number 3, is actually what you're going to experience on the outside. And that's why you have ambition here, which shows us that through your hardship, if you absolutely believe without a shred of a doubt, and that's the key here, that things are going to work out magnificent for you. Every single day you just know it. You believe it. It seems like positivity is going to re-enter back into your life. This is really what's going to instantly and fully end your hardships here. It's going to put you in a strong position. In fact, I see with the Queen of Pentacles, it's saying goodbye to the old life and moving along to a new, strong, more stable life. Pile number 3. And with all the dance, ancient wisdom, I'm really seeing your reading inviting you to look at nature, to find answers with regards to the cycle of life and how things work. They always come in full circle. Nothing stays consistently the same. Seasons change, you know. The night comes and then there's always a day the next day. So the world revolves around the sun and then it gets back to its position and revolves, and you know, everything is consistently moving and changing, even at a neurological level. With the atom and the nucleus and the electrons, everything is constantly moving. Nothing is constant. And so with that, you get the understanding that if you are going through tough times and feel like it's going to be stagnant, this is absolutely untrue. And things really do change on the outside as they change within, just like a chemical reaction. You know, with chemical, we see matter change from one form to the next. We see with a chemical reaction that you could put one element on another element and then you get a completely different element. We see it changing on a chemical level with atoms interacting, swapping from one molecule to the other, and then these molecules form together to create a new element or a new matter. And so on a small vibrational level, if you change who you are or change what you believe is exactly not who you are, my apologies, I want to say what you believe on the inside, you'll see it reflecting instantly on the outside. Will you see it visibly changing? That could take its time. Maybe instantly, who knows? Actually, it's not for me to say, but you will see the reflection of this belief on your outside world. And actually, to be honest with you, you do see it instantly. Maybe sometimes not the grand change right away, but you do see a change right away, at least energetically, and you start seeing little clues of things changing that create this ripple effect that changes big things in our lives. You know, this world card, actually, funny enough, reminds me of a molecule with atoms revolving around it. So we are seeing the idea of things moving at a molecular level by vibrating and setting your intentions from the inside. You'll start seeing it ripple into your life on the outside. I wanted to tell you something here. Yes, the dance. And with the waves here, do you see that? With the waves, it's like dancing through, I want to say, challenges, knowing that you're about to come out of it, which means accepting it. It's like accepting it because you know you're going to get something better and much greater and grander, that this cycle is going to end and that you're going to begin an amazing new journey, which is what we see ending your reading with the King of Wands. You're about to embark on a new journey the minute you realize that you are going to end this cycle, to dance along the game of waves, to understand how the game works, as within, as without. Set your intentions. Really, this is what your reading is telling you, my dear pile number 3. Whatever challenges you're going through, get into the rhythm of nature, of how it was created. How does nature function? All through vibrations. All through vibrations. And so you change your inside world, you see it, get it reflecting on your outside world. And like I said, it's a ripple effect. Even if you don't see grand changes right away, know that you're ending the cycle and that little by little, these ripple effects are going to create big effects in your life that will start to make big changes in your outside world. So yeah, ripple effects. See, one hits the other, just like the sound waves. Allow it to take its course and dance through it just like the waves with its ebbs and flows, knowing that when you get the positive, that there's movement. When it goes down, that it's only a wave meant to go back up. And with this frequency, with this vibration, the frequency is increasing and it's now causing a grand effect on your outside world. You will see definitely an effect on your outside world by creating this balance on the inside. With the inverted triangle and the upright triangle, I'm seeing the union between the masculine energy and the feminine energy, and that's the union between strong belief, strong intuition, strong belief with the High Priestess, but also with the King of Wands, feminine energy, masculine energy, of taking strong steps, knowing that you are going to get what you want, accepting what is going on at the moment, again, knowing that the best is yet to come for you. Living in this air of ambiance of blessings, acceptance, happiness, and vibrating pure joy or pure gratitude is the word I'm looking for. Pure gratitude of everything that there is, that you are so blessed that you get to vibrate and change your world like that, to accept knowing that the best is yet to come for you, so much so that you're starting to show the universe that you're taking action because you believe so much that things are going to work out for you. Things start changing completely on your outside world, following that natural rhythm that we see in nature. My dear pile number 3 is really the answer here in your reading. We see that instead of lack, we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is independent, strong. The Queen of Wands not just knows how to pamper herself, but knows how to create her reality, the reality that they want. And this is the sort of energy that we see here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. Again, feminine and masculine energy of taking care of you because you know the best is yet to come for you, and taking action, following the vibration of your belief. You'll see that you're much stronger and much more grounded with all of the red energy here, much more grounded than you ever were. And you remove the veil of not being able to see ahead. And now you can see through the veil. You can see strongly through the vibration that your tomorrow is something that you can create with your own hands and with your own emotions and beliefs. Creating the future that you want. And that time really is timeless with this type of energy. With the Queen of Pentacles, you kind of create the luxury of life, the quality of life, actually, that you want to create in your existence, the way that you want it, by believing and taking action, and moving away from lack, fear, and disbelief. My dear pile number 3. To help you out with this, I see a specific advice here in your reading to start doing that instantly. You know, journaling is really amazing. You will see pile number 3. You'll journal some things, write some dreams that you want. You'll add some pictures to your journal of things that you dream of. You'll write what it is that you want every day. And mark my words, pile number 3, because they're not my words. They're the ancient wisdom of how things work in the world, how we attract and vibrate, and how things happen. You will see that it is so timeless that what you one day wrote, no matter how big it was, that it gets created into your life. So really, your pile is so interesting. It's talking about creating your own reality, and how by simply reflecting that vibration to the outside world, following the rhythm of nature, as we've seen in your reading here, you'll be able to create your whole world in the most fortunate way that you would want. So here, move away from fears and worries and imagining that things will fall and break and won't work. Don't put energy on the lack, because the more you're putting it, the more it's manifesting itself back into your life. But now, instead, have faith and start seeing it in a different light. And imagine from that light, not from the darkness or the shadow, I mean. Imagine what your world will be like, not can be like, will be like. And start vibrating in that energy instead. And you'll see that soon, with the ebbs and flow, your frequency, your vibration, the aura around you is changing, hence changing the world on your outside. It's all a matter of changing frequencies and changing vibration. My dear pile number 3, it's all about changing your ambition, changing how you feel about things and how you feel about your world. And so as within, as you can see, it vibrates without, my dear pile number 3. From within a molecular level, we see grand changes on the outside. And like your reading is suggesting, the key is in your hand, my dear magical soul. Dance the dance of nature, and you will soon be in creating your own world and your own magical life. This is exactly what I see in your reading. It was so magical, pile number 3. It really reminds all of us of what we need to do, what to get back to. Yeah, for sure. I've certainly learned a lot from your reading. I think it would ground anyone with all of the reds here listening to this pile for sure. So many reds here. It's full of grounding energy. It reminds us back, puts us back on this vibrational frequency. Thank you so much for tuning into this energy and giving us all this grounding. Thank you for reminding me. I wish you all the best of luck, my dear pile number 3. Your reading was nothing short of magical. It exactly explains it very clearly. And I hope you do heed the call. This is how to instantly navigate fully from the hardships of your spiritual lesson. And my dear pile number 3, if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And also, please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3. This book could really help you out in terms of the manifestation part. I promise you, it's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. Talk about that merge of energy together, right? And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 3, sending you so much love. Thank you so much for bringing the energy for all of us to see. I appreciate it. It was such a pleasure for me. Thank you to do this reading for you. You really made me leave this reading on a very positive note. Thank you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.